morning, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new over here. I am doing something a little bit different today. I'm doing a what I ate in Disney World. We are going to Epcot. We are currently on the Skyliner, my daughter and I. So I have never been to the Flower and Garden Festival before, so I'm excited to go ahead and do that. We do have reservations later at Via Napoli. Never been there as well. But first, I rope dropped coffee today. I went to the Petit Cafe at the Riviera, and we've never been there either, so I just thought it would be fun to do something different, share with you some yummy festival foods. Not only festival foods, but I have my eye on the caramel shop as well, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. So the first thing of the day was rope dropping coffee. I took the Skyliner from Art of Animation and stopped off at the Riviera Resort on our way to Epcot. I really wanted to try Le Petit Cafe, and man, did this not disappoint. This was absolutely delicious. They have a bakery case here where you can see some cinnamon rolls, some banana bread, muffins, a list of coffees here. I really wanted to try the almond cold brew, and it was made with a honey almond whipped cream on top, a sweet almond flavor syrup, and I did have a little bit of creamer in there. This was so good. I highly recommend, if you are on the Skyliner route, to stop at Le Petit Cafe at the Riviera Resort. It did not disappoint. A perfect way to start out our day. Sydney ended up choosing a chocolate chip banana bread, and she ate the whole thing. It was delicious, she said. I didn't get to try it. The chocolate almond croissant was so good. It was very filling. I'm not a huge breakfast person, so I ended up eating just about half and then saving half for the next day. But it was filled with an almond extract taste, as well as like a Nutella hazelnut chocolate spread. This coffee, I had wished that I had got several more times throughout my trip because it was so good. I highly recommend, if you like that almond flavoring, I highly recommend the almond cold brew. So a perfect start to our day of eating. And I should mention, I chose to use a Disney gift card and not my dining plan snack credits, but everything that you saw that we got could have been a snack credit. I just chose to save ours for Epcot food festivals. But yeah, you could totally use a snack credit on coffee or pastry for breakfast. We were so close after 50 minutes of waiting. I think they're gonna dump us. So this was a more leisurely day in Epcot. I did not buy Genie Plus, and we were just kind of looking around at the Topiaries and doing whatever we pleased. And my daughter wanted to try to wait for Ratatouille. We were able to ride it later in the day because they gave us an experience redemption lightning lane for that. So when it came back up, we went ahead and rode it. So I'm going to just share with you some of the Topiaries and some of the rides that we did in Epcot this day, and obviously the food.
Sydney and I both thoroughly enjoyed Moana's Journey of Water, the walkthrough attraction. It was so much fun and interactive. All of the kids were having a blast. So after that, it was time for lunch. I went ahead and mobile ordered at Connections Eatery, which is a quick service restaurant here in Epcot. Now, I did have to kind of use our dining credits. Otherwise, I would not have chosen to eat here since there's so many other delicious food booths around Epcot. But I am on the dining plan. So again, I went ahead and mobile ordered and used a quick service credit for both myself and for Sydney.
So we used 2 quick service meals today. I kind of needed to use up some quick service. That's why we were going that route, but hopefully grabbing some snacks and World Showcase later. We do have an early dinner reservation as well, but I went with the hot honey chicken sandwich and with coleslaw as my side. Since I had french fries yesterday, I thought I would try their coleslaw, and my adult drink, or my meal, comes with an adult beverage if you prefer, or you can get a soft drink. So I went with the mango Mai Tai. We'll go ahead and give that a try, but it is included. And then of course I got us a couple of ice waters because we are not hydrated enough in the sun. Sydney went with a cheeseburger, some coleslaw, and a cutie with a milk as well. What do you think of the burger?
Good, in my belly already feels full, but I'm hungry.
Aww.
So weird. I'm cool.
All right, I'm very excited to go ahead and give this a try. It looks delicious.
I feel full. Okay. But I want to eat more.
I'm gonna try the mango Mai Tai. Pretty good. Got the best thing I've ever drank. Pretty good though. Let's try the coleslaw. Can't get any on the fork. I like my coleslaw a little sweeter. It's more on the vinegar side. But the chicken sandwich is so good.
Overall, I would say our meal was a little better than average, a very decent quick service meal. My mango Mai Tai was quite sweet, but it was pretty good, as well as the hot honey chicken sandwich. So pleasantly surprised, but you know, if you don't have to have a quick service meal, I definitely recommend checking out some of the food booths. So after lunch, we went ahead and met Moana, rode a couple more rides. We had early dinner reservations over at Via Napoli in the Italy Pavilion for our table service dining credit for the day. I had always wanted to try Via Napoli's pizza. I've heard delicious things about it. So as far as the menu goes, you could choose some pasta, you could choose an individual pizza, and then you also get dessert and a drink with it. So as far as drinks goes, my waitress had said anything $18 or under. So I went ahead and chose the strawberry limoncello, which is a frozen strawberry limoncello drink. Sydney got to have a drink as well. Hers was basically an orange sparkling water beverage with a little bit of fruit juice, and she enjoyed it. Mine, you guys, was so good. I didn't know what to choose for a drink. I was pretty torn. This was a sweet, could not taste the alcohol beverage. It was more of like a strawberry frozen lemonade drink. So delicious and refreshing. On the kids menu, my daughter decided with spaghetti and meatballs, and she said it was so good, and she ate a ton of it. She could have also chosen either a pizza or chicken tenders with marinara sauce, and I went with an individual portion of the, I'm going to butcher this, Carciofi pizza. It's a white pizza with artichokes, fontina, mozzarella, and truffle oil. Oh my goodness, this was so delicious. The pizzas are baked in wood-burning ovens, and so it has that beautiful chewy crust with like a little bit of char flavor, if that makes sense. If you've ever had like a wood-burning oven pizza, you know what I'm talking about. It was so good. The truffle oil you could taste a lot coming through, as well as the artichokes on it, and it was just beautifully cooked so you could kind of fold it but not too greasy. You know how sometimes American pizza can feel really heavy and greasy? This didn't feel that way. Oh, I would absolutely 100% go back again just for the pizza alone to try a different flavor. And the portion sizes are extremely generous. Even though I demolished this pizza, I wanted to shove in as much as possible because I knew I couldn't take it home with me. So like I said, on the dining plan, dessert is also included. Oh, I would typically never get dessert after this because I was so full. But the options included tiramisu, a cannoli, a cheesecake, and I asked my waitress what she suggested, and she went ahead and suggested the tiramisu or the cannoli for me. And I typically would not order either one of those desserts. I was leaning more towards the chocolate tart, but I took her recommendation, was very happy I did so. So my daughter went ahead and went with the vanilla gelato. It had lots of flakes of vanilla bean in there and was really creamy, and she enjoyed this. I went with the tiramisu. And I am so glad I went with it because it is out of my comfort zone, something I wouldn't try back at home. And man, this was creamy. It wasn't overly sweet or heavy tasting. It was really light and whipped. And the ladyfinger texture is something that I would typically avoid, but it wasn't super wet and soggy, if that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Overall, the entire meal at Via Napoli was just a 10 out of 10 for me personally, and would highly recommend checking it out on your next stop at Epcot. The total cost of everything we ate was $83.07, but I used a dining plan credit on this. That does not include gratuity, so I went ahead and paid the tip separately. But like I said, I think it was worth it. It is very expensive, but I just think it's a must-do. I got to dance off my pizza while watching Jody Messina perform at Epcot. Man, it was amazing. I was embarrassing my daughter. It was just all of the millennial moms and older were just having a blast listening to Jody Messina. That was so much fun. Man, look at these topiaries, you guys. These were so impressive. We made our way over to the Germany pavilion. I really wanted to go to the caramel shop, but I was stuffed to the brim, so I just could not stomach any more snacks. Don't worry, at the end of the video, we came back for more snacks and was able to actually, try some festival foods, but I did go ahead and make a stop at the caramel shop in Germany for Sydney to go ahead and get a caramel apple. She chose a caramel apple with peanuts all around it, and we ended up sharing that while watching the fireworks. This was so good. A perfect, almost like a lighter snack because of the crisp tartness of the apple, but then the chewy, thick caramel on the top, the coating. Oh, it was so good. I sawed it somehow with a plastic knife and enjoyed that over fireworks. since I was far too full on the dining plan to try the festival foods, I had to come back a couple of days later. My first stop was the refreshment port, and I wanted to try I guess it was vegan, buffalo chicken poutine. So it was tater tots with buffalo imitation chicken with some like ranch type of dressing as well. It was supposed to come with some crumbled blue cheese, but they were out of the crumbled blue cheese, so they just gave us a side of the cheese curds. This was good. It was about $10 and it was not a snack credit on the dining plan. I would say, I don't know, I wasn't that impressed. Maybe I'm just not a huge fan of tater tots. It was good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I would go ahead and pay $10 for this again. My next stop was in the Japan Pavilion at Hanami, and I had to try frushi, which is strawberry, pineapple, lychee wrapped in like coconut rice, a pink soy wrapper, whipped cream, and a raspberry sauce. This was 100% something I would get again. I did use a snack credit for it, but it was about $7.75. Totally worth. I don't know. I wish it was bigger because it was so good. I wanted more. I did share this with Sydney, but yeah, I highly recommend trying this out. It did have toasted coconut in there as well. I wanted to go ahead and mention. Another plant-based option that I tried was at the Farmer's Feast, and this was the grilled street corn on the cob. It had like savory garlic spread and a plant-based cheese on it. While this was delicious, it was incredibly garlicky, and I was tasting garlic on my breath for hours after we tried this. The corn was nice and sweet, and it was a little bit charred. I just wish there was maybe a slightly less topping, and I'm usually a condiments topping girl. Just FYI, your breath will be fighting vampires for weeks after eating this. And the last but not least stop, it had to be something sweet from the caramel shop for myself, and I did go ahead and try the carrot cake caramel whoopie pie cookie thing, whatever it's named, and man, this was so good. I'm not a fan of like usually a carrot cake person, but this was so moist in the best way. It was sweet. I saved half of it in the refrigerator at the resort for the next day, and yeah, something I highly recommend. So overall, we had the best food at Epcot. I wish my stomach was bigger and we had more days at Epcot to try more festival foods. There were definitely things on my list I wanted to give a try, but didn't get a chance to do so. Yeah, overall, I mean, I can't complain. All of the food we had at Epcot was so delicious.
Heading to Hollywood Studios for a little rope drop action, and then we're gonna hop pretty early into Animal Kingdom today.
Here we go!
First of all, I'm out of breath, and my watch thinks that I'm working out because we have booked it to Flight of Passage. I have heard many amazing things about these churros, and they are gluten-free, so super excited to go ahead and give these a try. I feel like today was an amazing day.